Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it as perpetrated by the worldwide military industrial complex that includes Northern Command, www.northcom.mil. Right here, I'll put it right here or there, whatever. And teaching you to be a creditor in commerce. Today is Saturday. It's 10 p.m. Saturday, 29 August 2025. And in this segment, I want to discuss or talk to you about why Major League Baseball, or baseball in general, is quote unquote called the national pastime. The national pastime. Now, this can be a pretty deep subject, but I'm going to make it as simple and straightforward for you as possible. I just want to give you an update. It's Saturday. Today is day 6. I haven't eaten since Sunday the 22nd. So I've basically fasted almost 7 days. Tomorrow it'll definitely be 7 days. I guess full 6 days. So I feel good. I had some skin issues that are clearing up, and my inflammation, it appears to be going away. So my stomach is starting to get flatter. My clothes are fitting easier, and I haven't consumed anything except water and mostly black coffee. The black coffee is espresso grounds brewed in a coffee pot in my kitchen. And then I also add Baja Gold mineral salt to my coffee so that I keep my minerals, in my body. Although I believe that the body makes everything. But since I'm not consuming anything and my body's going through a transition process as I wean myself off of food for this 40-day fast, it takes a little bit for the body to adapt and adjust. But this apparently physical vessel is a miracle of creation, and it adapts to the world and the stresses that the world put on it. So let's anyway, I feel good with this fast, and I have 34 more days to go, and that'll be my 40 days Bible Jesus fast, with the intention of getting rid of all my body fat, cleansing out my intestines, having autophagy, clean out damaged and dead cells. Autophagy is Latin for self-eating. And when your body fasts for a certain amount of time, it starts eliminating all the bad stuff and creates stem cells and starts sending out stem cells to fix your body. So universal stem cells, they will totally reset my body back to its perfect original avatar state for this apparently physical simulation in which we are all having an apparently physical experience. Also, I've consumed, with my coffee, I have about half the time I've consumed with it organic half and half, which is cream and milk mixed together. But I think today will be the last day of having any kind of half and half. So it's going to be black coffee with mineral salts, and I also put in some of Dr. Eric Berg's electrolyte powder, just a little bit, like a third of a little scoop. There's this little tiny scoop that comes in the can, and I'm putting in the electrolyte powder a little bit in there just to keep my electrolytes a little bit balanced so I don't get any cramps. Sometimes if I cough or sneeze or something like that, my ribs and kidneys will start cramping up, and that's a part of the transition period as my body starts getting into the mode of handling its own affairs and taking care of its own business instead of counting on and using outside sources that I'm shoving down my throat. So, why is baseball considered the national pastime, which has basically been coined by the mass media? The national pastime. So let's break this down into a few things. First, let's talk about baseball itself. And you can verify this information just by your own observation. Baseball is a Freemason sport. The nation refers to the U.S. corporation in D.C. that's posing as a government that was formed by Freemasons. And the baseball diamond is laid out like a compassant square, with the pitcher's mound being the generating principle of chaos right there in the middle. So if you were to go on the internet and search images for the Freemason compassant square, you would see that it looks like a baseball diamond. And if you look up information about who created baseball, it's attributed to Abner Doubleday. And if you were to syntax Abner Doubleday, you could syntax it out as Abner Doubleday. Ab to remove, nair. If you look up the root Latin, I think it means nothing. So, and Doubleday, double day. So Abner Doubleday means nothing today, and he refused to take credit for creating baseball. But the Freemasons have to attribute it to somebody. They'll give somebody the credit while they hide behind the scenes, and they let somebody take the credit for it so the light does not shine on them, because the Freemasons do not want their light being exposed to the uninitiated. And if you look up information about the Freemasons, the word initiated means to be initiated through ceremony in their lodge into their organization with secrets. And as you know, they're not a secret organization. They're an organization with secrets that is colluding and racketeering across Earth to control the sheeple, the sheep, the people, sheeple. So baseball itself was created by Freemasons and is in the shape of a Freemason compassant square, with the generating principle of chaos being the pitcher's mound, and order happens at the plate. The pitcher can throw any kind of pitch he wants in any kind of motion he wants from any arm angle he wants, holding this round ball with seams on any grip he wants, and that's chaos. But when the ball is pitched, the judge behind the plate, the adjudicator of the pitch, and the hitter has to make contact and turn that chaos into lawful consequences, or a order. So once the ball is put into play or not, if the batter strikes out or whatever, rules and order are engaged. I mean, it's a genius game. Whatever actual people were responsible for creating it definitely have a deep understanding of the apparently physical nature of reality, in which we are all having this apparently physical experience that we're seeing in our subconscious mind and experiencing in our sphere of influence. Now, going further with the baseball diamond and the baseball field, you'll notice that the home plate area has a circle, and that's the base of the compass. And then it goes out down the lines, the first baseline and the third baseline at its angle. And then the square is the fences, which have numbers on them, and they usually come to a point out in center field and then go from left field to right field, or either way, but it's at a square angle. And one of the interesting things about baseball that correlates to our situation here in this Earth Dome, Maine, and I say dome, Maine, not domain, dome, Maine. And remember, words are spells. It's called spelling. They cast a subconscious picture of reality spell on you, but it's dome, Maine, or the Maine Dome, under which we are living in this apparently physical aquarium. This inescapable dome its edges apparently go to the Antarctic ice wall that is all around a flat plane upon, outside of which we cannot go. Look up the Antarctic Treaty. Nobody is allowed to go to Antarctica. And apparently, or allegedly, purportedly, Antarctica is an ice wall that contains us all under this dome. And if you were to take a boat or fly a plane and go out of the ballpark with your intentions, once you hit that ice wall and you started going in your boat, you could only go around in a circle and come back to where you started. In baseball, if you hit a home run out of the park, you leave home plate, you go to first base, second base, third base, and back to home. You can only go in a circle and back to home where you started. There's no way out. And the umpires are the ruling authority, just like the judges are, and the game is based on, some judgment calls are based on the umpire's judgment, and then there are rules that can be interpreted or questioned. So the national, that word refers to the U.S. corporation in D.C. that's posing as a government and that has militarily invaded the 50 sovereign countries of the United States of America via Northern Command, Northcom.mil, who's J2, and the J2 is the intelligence section, whose J2 is actively violating the 1974 Privacy Act by collecting all source intelligence on its area of responsibility. That includes Canada, the 50 sovereign countries of the United States, and Mexico. When I was a counterterrorism analyst at United States Southern Command in Miami, right across the canal from the Federal Reserve Building, there's this maybe 5 or 6 story building with tinted windows that is Southern Command's headquarters. As far as I know, it's still there. I was a counterterrorism analyst there for 2 years, from 2002 to 2004. And my area that I wrote threat assessments on was Mexico. And in 2002, when I got to Southern Command from Central Command, which is in Tampa, Florida, at MacDill Air Force Base, at Southern Command, around mid-2002, Northern Command stood up, became a command, and I had to turn over all of my Mexico reporting to Northern Command. Like I said, their area of responsibility is America, Canada, and Mexico, where they have now militarily invaded the United States of America with all of their military bases everywhere. The 50 sovereign countries of the United States of America are an militarily occupied territory by the U.S. corporation in Washington, the District of ISIS or Columbia. And we are probably outnumbered with technology, weapons, and equipment. But I just don't see that the U.S. Department of Defense would invade the United States of America and kill everybody, because I don't think they couldn't get the human soldiers to do it. But with drone technology and psychopathic Freemasons, sociopaths not caring about the destruction of human life, they might very well do something like that. Once they have all of the off-the-shelf AI technology, robotics, perfected so that they could just do a robot invasion if they wanted to. I don't know. I don't know how much longer I would want to stay in the 50 sovereign countries of the United States of America. I'm here in Palm Bay, Florida, and I am caretaking for my 88-year-old mother. She is almost 89. She just had a heart valve replacement surgery because she couldn't walk 10 feet without huffing and puffing and having to sit down because her arteries are blocked. Now they fixed a valve in one of her heart arteries, and she's got a lot more color back in her face. She's breathing better. She's moving. She's able to move more for a longer distance. She can walk 20, 30 feet, but I need to be here for her. However, I probably am moving back to Los Angeles either in maybe October, November, or probably mid to late January 2026, where I'll get back into working full time on TV shows and movies at the studio level. And I am in the Screen Actors Guild, so I can go work as an actor, doing whatever. I love the entertainment business, and I could go get some kind of a regular job, but that's not my passion. I umpire baseball, I play baseball, and I write books and make motion pictures, and I'm an actor, and I love the entertainment business. And I consider umpiring the entertainment business, because I am not an umpire, but I act as a baseball umpire when I go out to the field and umpire baseball games. It's an act. I have a certain job I have to do. I have to go out there and put on that face as an umpire and become an umpire and fill that role. And it's an important role. I'm a master of baseball. I've been playing baseball since I was 4 or 5 years old, and I have mastered baseball at the division, all the way up to the Division 1 college level, and been playing tournament baseball. And I've taken professional lessons my whole life, and I almost played professional baseball, which almost doesn't count, but it does. I've been playing so long now and studying baseball so long and teaching baseball and coaching baseball that I was able to easily transition into umpiring baseball. And so now I'm the adjudicator on the field, calling balls and strikes and safe and out and making judgment calls and understanding the timing of everything and where to keep my focus and attention on the field so that I'm in the right position to make the right call every time. Understanding the flow of the game, where the ball's going to go, what to expect, and trends, understanding trends. Baseball is trendy. And so once you've been playing long enough, you can see the trends. You can know what to expect in any given situation, with runners on base, certain pitch counts, certain outs, certain spot in the order, the defense, the types of teams that are playing. There's just an understanding of the level of play at every level, because there's little league, t-ball, travel ball, high school, college, professional, adult recreation baseball leagues. So there is and I have knowledge and understanding of how all of those dynamics work in a baseball game and the trends and everything like that. Anyway, the national pastime of baseball was coined by Freemasons, who control the mass media and have put that into your mind. And the baseball diamond is a Freemason compass and square. And it also symbolizes the fact that we cannot leave the earth domain. You can do the best you can ever do, which is hitting a home run in baseball, and you still can't leave. There's nowhere to go except back to your starting point. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.